Galnet News, your galaxy in focus, 18th of February, 3301. In today's news, a new federal vice president has been appointed. The Patreus Slave Sale comes to an end. There's trouble brewing in Cemeiss. Construction of the new EAUC Exploration Ocellus station is underway, and the unusual story behind Mr. Hank Stone. Our top story today: a new federal vice president has been appointed. In a formal ceremony in the Congress building on Mars, Congressman Ethan Naylor, the congressman for Siren, was formally signed in as the federal vice president. This is a controversial choice, as this is the first time a member of the federal leadership has been a congressman from a frontier world. Some have said that President Halsey is reacting to critics that her government is too Sol-centric, and others that she may regret the choice. In his appointment speech, Naylor said, "I am honored to have this phenomenal role. I will see it as my job that the federal states on the frontier get the attention they deserve." Some news from the Empire now, where the Patreus Slave Sale has come to an end. It's been an interesting week for the people of Jurius as they continue to undergo assimilation into the greater imperial fold. As part of that process, the management team in charge of Jurius were able to offer debt relief retraining to the 12,070 newly minted citizens. As a result, 12,070 imperial slaves found themselves exported from Jurius to other parts of the Empire over the last week. A move that was partly facilitated through a newly formed business arrangement between Senator Patreus and Senator Torval. Senator Patreus has said of this, "I am glad the remaining citizens of Jurius have freely entered the honourable imperial tradition and agreed to repay their share of the debt by voluntarily becoming imperial slaves until their debts are fully repaid. I wish them well." Given the fact that the remaining citizenry are in good financial standing, the temporary sale of imperial slaves from Jurius has now come to an end. Some news on the situation in Cemeiss now, where there's trouble brewing, caused in no small part by the recent influx of emancipated imperial slaves who call the area their home. The number of petty thefts and burglaries being reported on Emerald has risen by over 300% compared with the same period in 3300, resulting in local social sites being flooded with complaints from long-term residents who claim that they fear for their family's safety. In response to the unrest, Commissioner Chamberlain of Emerald Security issued the following statement: "While we appreciate the situation may feel like it's spiraling out of control, we do advise all citizens to remain calm. Crime is up, but no more than what we might expect to see after any large group suddenly moved into the area. We understand residents are concerned about their security, and as such a curfew is being put into effect. However, we would like to stress that this is purely a temporary measure until such time as our newest residents have managed to integrate more fully with the local community." Some major news on the construction of a new station now. Thanks to the combined efforts of entrepreneurs, small business owners and corporate sponsors, preparations for the launch of the new EAUC Exploration Ocellus are now well underway. 4,871 commanders contributed over 8.1 million tons of metal to the project, which in turn has allowed the EAUC coalition to outfit the station to a level far beyond their original specifications. Universal Cartographics has released a statement thanking the committee members who wisely chose the mineral-rich system of HIP 101110 as a potential launch site, as well as to Zim McCoogs for organising the delivery of an impressive 150,000 tons of raw materials. The new station is expected to be ready for its maiden voyage to HIP 101110 within the next few days. An unusual story now from Tulfa Large, where residents were left in shock this weekend after local security services found a small fortune in raw gold sitting aboard what they presumed to be an abandoned Sidewinder in one of the station's lower hangars. The ship's records indicate that its owner, a Mr. Hank Stone, had spent the last month alone in the LAWD-26 system, where he had found a previously untapped source of precious metals. After a brief investigation, it was discovered that a Mr. Hank Stone, of no fixed abode, had been found dead in his bunk at Tulfa Large Short Stay Inn several days beforehand. Mr. Stone is believed to have passed away due to chronic liver failure, a state that was no doubt exasperated by the half-dozen empty bottles of Erin Pearl whiskey that were found strewn about his cabin. That's the Galnet news for today. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.